So I was asked the question, how can religions work together to achieve peace, to achieve unity? And I am a unity minister. So my answer to that would be to simply be present to each other, to have compassion toward one another and listen deeply to each other, because every one of us seeks the kingdom, and the kingdom is the experience of that essence within us, that it's within every life form. So to be present to that and to know that no matter what our differences are, no matter what our languages are, our cultures, or the differences are not so important. What's important is that we have love within us, and when we lean into that love, when we experience the love of God, nothing else matters.
I think the first step would be to educate people on the types of religions there are out there, and how they work. And I think if the more we understand each other, the more we can come together and work. And I think coming together for one cause, like climate change, can really help to bring us together.
The problem is you need to not think of it in terms of religions, because the moment you start talking religion, you start bringing up defenses and differences, that people perceive my religion is this and yours is something else. I think you need to think of it more along the lines of we have spiritual awareness, we have spirituality, and the moment you start thinking of working together to solve problems in the world from a spiritual basis, then you start to see all the commonality that does exist across every faith and every person of faith. I think that's your starting point for how they work together.
I think religions should work together to fight for common morality, such as the sacredness of the family and people making decisions that will lead them to happiness. We have so much in common. I think it's a mistake for us to fight amongst ourselves. We need to come together on common ground.
Have interfaith dialogue, interfaith meetings, common shared goals, common grounds. So things they would like to accomplish together. Could be service work, could be going to schools and educating people, that conflict resolution. I think when we understand our neighbors better, we understand ourselves better, and vice versa. And so when we bring about not only shared times, but shared meaning and shared value, and we see the humanity behind each religion and the love over, could be dinner or could be some shared activity, then we build bridges and we don't dig canyons.
Well, I think through this particular event, we're learning a lot of ways. My own way of creating unity is to inspire through beauty. Those are my words. And so I think ultimately beauty is one of the ways that the world will be saved.
My thought is many paths, one source.
I think they need to listen to each other first and then find common grounds.
Through compassion, understanding, and devotion.
सभी धर्म वाले ने मिलकर एक जैसा बनने के लिए सभी मिलजुल कर रहे तो दुनिया में अच्छा बनेगा, इसलिए सभी को इकट्ठा होके आपस में एक दूसरे का मेल मिलन करने के लिए ये प्रोग्राम बनाया गया है।
I believe that religions can achieve unity by working together. I believe that this is possible through communication and understanding. If we break down the barriers that we have in our minds about other people and their religions and come to realize that they are no different than we are, that their God or goddess or whatever that they believe in is no different than what we believe in, because all of it teaches love, then we can come together and realize that we are no more different than the next person.
Well, it just comes from Jain principle of multiple viewpoints, what is called as Shadwad. You are right and I am right too. I have to respect your views and you have to respect mine. And once we start with that thinking, all the religion, bringing all the different faiths, bringing together, can live together peacefully, so long as we respect each other's view and do not try to dominate other people's view, or my view is the only view. That's negative approach. Positive approach is let's accept everybody's views, respect their view as well as I can keep mine.
I think one of the ways the religions can work together in unity is a work in outreach programs in the community, serving the disadvantaged in whatever way, whether it's identifying the needs in certain communities and working with them. In that way, we work together as a team and we have a common goal and a mission and a vision, and we can achieve a lot. That's one of the ways, working on projects to alleviate poverty, crime, eradicate all of that.
Okay, I think that because there is only one God, He has many names and many forms, and I think religions should look at life in a universal way, because all religions lead to the same end, and therefore we should cut out fanaticism and have more universality in the projects that we continue in our own religious societies, and we should reach out to all other religions and become one big family of the world. And I think that is how religions can work together to change the heart of humanity.
When people of faith, when different religions work together, maybe for example I use art, performing arts, I drum and dance for peace. I think when you use art, you help young people of different faiths realize the need to work together. Yeah.
Religions can come together in unity through music and understanding and respect for one another.
This is the best way, like a parliament, you know, we're getting all together here, and like we feed all the language here, you know, then we can all get together and talk to each other, then how the religion goes, you know. God is one, you know. There are so many ways to go there, but this is the better way to get together and work each other good, you know.
We celebrate. Similarly, if the other religions also come forward and we have intermingling, that practical level it will be helping much, because then we understand, oh my God, basically it is all one. Outwardly it is appearing different. And most important point is igniting the young minds for interfaith harmony. Right from childhood, in the part of education, value education, these values should be given. The basic values of each and every religion is same. Those values in the language of Christ, in the language of Buddha, in the language of this, if the same values go in different languages, in from different perspectives, then they will come to understand every religion is trying to talk about truth and unselfishness and service to humanity. Then inside their mind the prejudices will break, because it's very difficult to break the prejudice in the elderly people. So that is why I want to start with the children.
Religions can work together to achieve unity if they learn to love and cooperate with each other.
When the religion, they can get along with each other well, then the human peace will be possible. So, first of all,
your last chance to get on.
You have a place, a stage, or the dialogue to let all the religions can communicate with each other well. Then people can talk with dialogues. Then no wars, no fight, no tears.
I think that when there's a common need, it can bring all people in a very human way together, no matter what the belief, because we care about the planet, we care that there's peace, we care for the future generations and the ecology. We all have some form, a seed of some scripture or some belief in our faith that holds to the harmony and the oneness, that there's one God who has created this entire creation, and how together do we serve to realize that, to manifest that in a world that has now become global rather than territorial and individual. And I think that sometimes when it looks like there's strife between religions, it's not really so. I think it's more economic, and I think it gets kind of utilized in a way to cause, that division. But as you experienced here yourself, I'm sure, there's a lot of love, and there's care, and there's bridging and reaching across to each other in a heartfelt way over the common needs that we have on this planet. And I think in serving that, we find our way of joining in an interfaith way.
The religions, when they become spiritual, unity is automatically there. More and more their consciousness is evolved. They see the oneness amongst all easily, naturally. So the difference comes only when we get more caught with the practices and the religion, when we focus more on the religious aspect and forget the spiritual aspect. When you move towards spirituality, and of course we embrace religion as well, but then you actually see the oneness. Consciousness is just one. So it is important that religion embrace their religion as well as the spirituality in the religion. When that is lost, then it becomes more of a mind game and not really consciousness.
Every ethnic group in this whole globe have special callings, special gifts given to them, and they utilize that to create the same thing: love within each other, peace, unity, in harmony with the whole of the creation of the earth, the universe, and everything. Anyway, that's what I find. That's part of my culture.
Well, religions working together to achieve unity, first of all, is interpersonal friendship, to get to know people of other faiths and be curious and ask them questions about how they practice, and to share with them and find as much common ground as we can. And one of the things I've gotten out of this World Parliament is the idea of collective security among religions. That when there's Islamophobia or anti-Semitism or other attacks of minority groups such as the Baha'is in Iran, that the whole religious community would come to their defense as a collective security, so that we all look out for our brother.
Well, religions can achieve unity as their individual members start to believe that we are all one. And once those memberships, once those individual congregants start to think about the fact that religions are one and the fact that there's only one God, then the natural culmination will be a tendency to work together toward a common goal.
People of faith are people of goodness. Religion is source of power, and interfaith brings the best of the religions. As hate, anger, and fear is rising around the world, it is important people of loving human relationship rise to win over people and build bridges of understanding. Neighbors working with neighbors, that defines interfaith movement. Thank you.
I think the religions can achieve unity through love, humility. Did I say love? That would be number 3 also.